My name is Shirley Self, and I'm here to talk astrology. And today I wanted to introduce you to the Federal Reserve. You know, the United States is undergoing, you might say, a deconstruction right now. And one of the things I would really like to see deconstructed is the Federal Reserve. Now, why, you ask, would I be antagonistic toward the Federal Reserve? Well, because the Federal Reserve is not part of the government. It is a legal, private monopoly of the money supply, operating for the benefit of the few, under the guise of protecting and promoting the public interest. The Federal Reserve was invented after the Civil War, westward expansion, etc. A lot of men got really rich. Of course, a lot of men got really rich during the Civil War, too, because war is very... some people lose everything, and some people get richer and richer. So that is what happened during our Civil War. Some people got really rich, and after the Civil War, these rich men built railroads and businesses and manufacturing, etc., and got richer and richer and richer. But at the same time, around the turn of the century into the 20th century, there was also a great deal of unrest in the country because of people trying to unionize in order to hold their own against the rich businessmen who were virtually enslaving them. You think about children people worked 7 days a week. And so there was a real push by the working people to just have a fighting chance for a life, you know. And one of the things that was very abundant during this push for unionization were the socialist theorists who were very prominent in the union organizing. Now, the United States has spent an awful lot of effort bad-mouthing socialism and turning it into an evil, dirty word. But the fact of the matter is, when you just put socialism next to capitalism, what does it say? Well, let me quote from, I can't exactly quote it, but from one of our founding fathers, John Adams, who said that the happiness of the people, the welfare of the people, is the main job of the government. Well, you've got to realize that our government was invented by rich people. John Adams was an outlier there. So rich people, when they saw at the turn of the century, then they saw the danger of socialism creeping into our government, into our consciousness, had to put a stop to it, and so they invented the Federal Reserve. Let us look at the Federal Reserve. It was born on the 23rd of December in 1913. In the evening, that is when Woodrow Wilson, not one of our better presidents, anyway, Woodrow Wilson signed this at the behest of Rockefeller and Morgan et al. And what it did was it put the banks in charge of the money supply. They increase the money supply, they play with the interest rates, and all of this according to whatever economic theory is current at the moment. I remember when, was it Milton Friedman? In the late, in the 80s and 90s, I know big business got really nasty because there was this latest economic theory was that greed is good. And voila, they took off. So anyway, here's the data. We've got here in the first house of the Federal Reserve, Neptune, Mars, and Pluto in the 12th house. We've got Saturn in the 11th house. The North Node in Pisces in the 9th. Got Uranus and Jupiter straddling the descendant there. The Sun in Capricorn, Venus and Mercury in Sagittarius, Moon in Scorpio, the South Node and Fortuna in Virgo. There's an awful lot of, for instance, the Moon is in its fall. The Jupiter is in its fall. Mercury is in its detriment. Mars is in its fall. This is a miserable chart. And please note that everything on the left side of the chart is retrograde. And notice that there are no squares. So, when they invented this, what do you call it, organization, when they invented this, there were no inner conflicts. It was, we must protect our money. We must protect our money because the socialists are coming after it. And so the Federal Reserve was born. The problem with the Federal Reserve is it is exceedingly powerful and exceedingly hidden. It is a moon phase 5. Oh, and a moon phase 5 is the power phase in the Earth quarter. Money, Earth. It is the power phase. Now, the thing about a 5 and a 19 is that they are warriors. Notice that here we've got the revolutionary and the iconoclast here are part of this rectangle, and like I say, these are the most powerful phases in the whole cycle. Now, what 5 and 19 do is they try to solve a problem. There's a personal problem right here at Moon Phase 5, a personal problem that they must address. And they are going to address it for their community. Now, the thing about a 5 is that they need to use the mask, and the mask says that whatever you do, you need to do it for everyone. You need to make sure that you're advancing civilization, so to speak. You're advancing the health and welfare of everyone. But 5 does not do that. One of the problems that 5 and 19 have is, Yeats called them the unfaithful, meaning that they can turn on you in a minute. They're deceitful and cannot be trusted, virtually. Moon Phase 5, there's some beautiful Moon Phase 5. The Dalai Lama is a Moon Phase 5, and I'm so grateful for that the power that man has, and it is in such beautiful hands. Alexander the Great was a Moon Phase 5. Patton was a Moon Phase 5. A Moon Phase 5 that I admire so much was Martin Luther King, and he took a local problem, and because this local problem was a national problem, it grew and grew, and so King was able to utilize that mask and to send this, what was really a revolution, forward across the whole country. The whole country benefited from his work. And of course it was cut short. as happens to most real revolutions that are we trying to take up in this country, they get subverted and killed off somehow. Anyway, so moon phase 5, like I say, the unfaithful, they cannot be trusted. And this moon phase 5 definitely has their own best interests at heart. That job of the Federal Reserve is to make sure that capital never loses. Now, it's true that they're not that good at running the economy. You look at inflation. When I was first married, I remember buying hamburger at 50 cents a pound. So what you're looking at here is inflation. So are they very good? They're not so good at cutting down back inflation, but they're very good at gaining during a recession. During a recession, money flows from the bottom to the top. Anyway, you look at what the Federal Reserve has been able to do for the rich people of the rich men, mostly, of the United States. I think of the few rich women in the United States, and the ones I know of are busy giving their money away, trying to make a difference. And I really appreciate them. So you just look at this miserable chart, and we're screwed. And that's why we need to get rid of the Federal Reserve. Oh, one little thing I wanted to point out, and I just saw this note. In the year that the Federal Reserve was born, income taxes became essential to pay the interest on the money that the government borrows from the Federal Reserve. Imagine if we owned our own debt and didn't have to pay. Anyway, I'm hoping that this is one of the real changes that we're going to make in this country once we get our hands on the levers of power. The people. We're going to have to do this. We are going to have to do this. Oh, one other thing I wanted to point out is this 29 degrees of Capricorn is the United States Pluto in the second house of the United States money. So it's really appropriate. This is what this is about. Money. This is what this is about. Money. Money. And look at how successful they've been. How successful they've been. Let's get rid of them. I pray that you're well. It's been a rough... It's been rough for us all, I know. I don't even know what the solar flares, etc., are doing to us, but I know I'm terribly unsettled and have trouble sleeping, and I have to stop 3 or 4 times a day and deep breathe just to keep going, and I'm pretty sure you do too. The only thing that's going to help us, folks, is we come together. We come together. The people of the United States, we need to come together. You know, one of the problems with the United States horoscope is that we've got a moon in Aquarius. And moon in Aquarius is not very committed to the welfare of the people. And that moon in Aquarius is void of course. The people of the United States have no idea how to grab a hold of our power. And I'm hoping that this disaster that is happening to us right now will encourage us all to step up and do what we need to do for each other. For each other. Time to come together. Time to learn that love is the only thing really that's going to save us. The United States North Node is in Leo. Love. It's in Leo in the 9th house. Love thy neighbor. Welcome the immigrant. I hope you're doing all right. Hang in there. It's changing so fast. And I'm hoping that you take advantage of these interesting times that we're living in, because the astrology is amazing. And we can do it. We can do this. We can come around. We can wake up. We can gird our loins and do what we have to do. You're going to have to do it. I'm too old. And one of the problems of being old is that I can't get out on the streets anymore. But I can talk to you, and I can encourage you. Love one another. We're all we got. And we want the world to survive. We want our country to survive. We got to get to work. And we begin that work by forgiveness and acceptance. Take care.